Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the Transferable Experience Podcast. You here with your boy Jew and my best friend Ed. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
And we want to welcome y'all back, man. I know it might have been a little minute if you've been paying attention. You probably haven't heard these voices in a while, but we are so happy to be back with you. So happy to be talking to you guys again. And I'm so happy to be talking to Ed again. I ain't spoke to you in a minute, man. How you been?
Been good, man. It has been a while.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like life crazy, man. And before I talk about how crazy life is, I want to remind everybody to like, share, comment, do all the things and all the things like we like to say. Welcome to episode
11.
But yeah, man, as I was saying, like life had got a little crazy. I know we didn't get to record because it was a very, I don't know, packed week.
There was a lot going on. We'll be transparent. There was a lot going on. I had constant car issues, which I kind of touched on. Probably made them smaller than what they really were, but they were major.
They turned out to be a bigger buster than you.
I literally didn't have a car.
Yeah.
For a while. Then going off that, it was Easter weekend, and we were both going back home, and we were so dedicated that we tried to bring the equipment with us.
No, the sad thing is I bought the equipment. Like the equipment was, I'm gonna be honest with the audience. I had the equipment, y'all. The equipment was in my house back home, but there were just so many things going on. Like I don't think I had a free hour.
Yeah, you were a busy one.
I mean,
you didn't have any time, man.
But that's how it is when I go home, though. Like I don't know. I don't go home that often, but when I do, I don't know. I have a lot of people, a lot of family, and like
it was just to like times 3 this time.
Yeah,
it wasn't like you went down there for one thing. It was like 3 different things.
Yeah, but like I just rattle them off. I went down there. I went down there Thursday night. Got there Friday, had a crawfish board with my own immediate family. Saturday, we had our crawfish board that we did. We did our thing. Did my grandma's birthday. Then Sunday was Easter. So like, it was just. We didn't
stand a chance. But we do honestly want to apologize because we do pride ourselves in being consistent. But if there was a way, to make it work, we would have. I promise.
Yeah.
Like I said, we literally traveled 6 hours with the equipment, with the intent to record, but it just didn't line up.
It just didn't line up, man. But just to let everybody know, we thank y'all for coming to kick it with us again, because that's one of our things that we always said we were going to be consistent. Yeah, week by week, we try to do everything we can to get these episodes out. But thank y'all so much, man. Yeah. But
I have.
Go ahead.
I haven't talked to you in a while, but I've just been thinking a lot, and it's been on my mind. So I just wanted to get your perspective.
Okay.
Because I think this is something I struggle with, and I want to learn how to be better at it.
Okay.
So how do you come off when you first meet someone where you don't seem uptight, but at the same time you set a healthy boundary so people know not to like just run over you or not take you serious? Because I always struggle with that, because it's like if I come in on like my careless, just free, nothing but jokes, then when stuff gets serious or like I get serious, it's like you don't like, it's harder for you to respect that compared to what I do on the flip side, which is come off and it seems like I'm just monotone, dry, don't have no life in me. Like, wow, perk up a little bit. You just, you. And then later, if you get through that,
then you'll see.
Then I warm up and you be, oh man, this okay. That you nothing like what I thought you like. You come off real stonish and like just
stoic.
Yeah, and just standoffish and that.
Yeah, just like you like pushing.
Yeah, but it's like I feel like, because I always felt like this might be like some type of deep trauma response, and we don't have to go too deep, but it seems like when people get comfortable with you, it seemed like that's what always lead to somebody like crossing the line or a boundary, rather than like if somebody is always slightly uncomfortable, not like uncomfortable, but like there's a certain level of discomfort. They know like, okay, let me kind of be a little bit more upright and just be more conscious of what I do when I say.
Right.
And it's like,
I'm listening.
It normally, like I said, it's normally like that. And it's just like, I don't want to come off like that, but at the same time, I'd rather come off like that and keep you slightly uncomfortable that way. Why does comfort breed like disrespect and like crossing boundaries? Is it because like when you're so comfortable, you're
more willing to take a chance, like
or you just don't really think as much, and it's just like instinctive, and whatever comes to your mind, you just say, and then that's when you end up kind of with your foot in your mouth.
Okay, you want me to answer?
Yeah, that's like 19 questions.
I was about to say, it's like 19 questions, but it might be a trauma response, but I'm not gonna go on that tip. But I think that the way that you approach meeting and interacting with new people, you do that because it's like the things that you hold dear to yourself, you hold them really close. You know what I mean? And everybody just don't get that permission. You know what I mean? To know those things. So you rather do that it's kind of like you almost got to save them from what you would have to do if they crossed the line. You know what I mean? Because I understand you. You know, I put my foot in my mouth a couple times with you. You know what I mean? Like it's not you're an unrelenting person when it gets there. You know what I mean? So I believe that when you do start off on that lighter note, it might be like, because it's so inviting. You know what I mean? People say, "Oh man, here's this cool dude. Like he's so wonderful." Blah blah blah. And then they're like, "Man, I wonder if he appreciate this. I don't know. Let me try it." Boom. There we go. But that's them taking the chance.
Like I say, I think in my life, my biggest struggle has always been a balance. Like
I
even know how to be one way or another. Either I'm gonna just come off as joke, carefree, and
or you're gonna be like
nothing don't matter and just
whatever,
just here for a good time. Or opposite, where it's serious. I want to know about what happened in your childhood that made you who you were.
Oh man!
In the middle of at the bar, and you hear Finito being played. And I'm asking you that question, and it's like, I think for me, it's just always been like just finding balance, where it's like how to do both, where it's like.
Well, and that's so interesting, Ed, because you're a very black and white guy, but I know that you believe in the gray area, right? Or do you think somebody got to be like? Do you got to put like?
But the thing is, I am a black and white guy naturally, so that's why I do that.
So you got.
There is a gray area that I wish to attain and be at when it comes to certain things.
Maybe
like that.
Maybe it's you. You got to put people.
Yeah, that's me. That's what I'm saying. This is about me.
No. Well, I'm asking you, why do you feel like you got to put somebody in the box? Like, okay, this is the person I'm fun with. This is the person I'm serious with. What that do for you?
I don't know. I think that just goes into me being structured and black, white. But it's saying like
you gotta know.
But no, that's what I'm saying though. Me, I want to come off where I can be welcoming and inviting.
Yeah, you want to
cool, but at the same time, like, come on, like, you know, like,
I know what you mean.
Because I've seen people get comfortable too fast.
Yeah,
way too much in my life, and then they just go off the hinge. So if you told me to choose between somebody that's gonna get comfortable way too fast and just start saying some, wild stuff, or just moving in a weird way, or somebody feeling like they got to be on their P's and Q's, I would rather the latter any day. Because
that holds a more that has a certain degree of decorum and respect, and it's like, okay, I know at the very least it won't get out of hand. Okay, I can understand.
And I feel like that's the thing too. Is like you can always go from being upright, independent, and just
fearless,
and militant, and then show that you cooler, and it's an easier transition rather than being willy-nilly free, then trying to act super, because at that point
you are certainly
not gonna
right.
take you serious. Like
you are certainly right. Back, when I was in a managerial position, supervisor role, and I started off very strict for that same reason, because it's easier to like let rope go, but it's hard to like reel it back in. You know what I mean? Like, because once they know that you're capable of being that, they're gonna always want that. So,
but it's kind of like setting the tone and setting the boundaries, because that's what I learned from like my parents and sister. They teachers is like, you can't go in trying to be the kid's friend. You got to come in, show that you are established. Then after a while, you can start showing them other stuff. Like, oh, you cool. I like you. But you done already established. Like, this is what this is. Don't go beyond it. But if you operate within the parameters, then you good.
And I've seen it and I've done it because I'm such an open person. If I go in too happy, go lucky and stuff like that, when you do try to get serious and be firm, the person on the other side feels like betrayed. You know what I mean? Like, dang, I thought you was this fun person, blah blah blah. Now you telling me what I can't do, or blah blah blah. And then it's like, then it's confusing, but it's like, no, bro, it's not like that. So your approach isn't wrong, but to get the balance, I think you got to introduce more of those things earlier in the interaction, because it's a way of being like, hey, how in the middle of the Finito song, you could be like, hey, what made you like this, blah blah blah. But then Finito come on, it's like, oh, hey, let's go get loose real quick. I'm gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna finish this conversation. I think it's just a balance. Like, hey, I've done it. No, I'm just saying, but that's very interesting. Is that something that's been like you've been seeing appear?
Well, I've just kind of been just thinking and stuff, and just taking an intrinsic inventory on myself, and wondering where I can improve and stuff. Because, like I say, I was like, and I naturally come off like that. Then I kind of just get
that's true,
cooler and freer, and just.
Is there a certain personality type that you find that you have the most trouble with?
Like, as far as the type of a person?
Yeah. Like, is there a personality type where it's like, okay, let me start off, I know I got to be super strict with this kind of personality?
No, not really.
You just do that with everybody.
And then I was like, and it's like, that's the thing too. It's not like I'm not personable, and I'm not like, when I come off that way, I'm still coming up to you saying hello and being personal and talking to you. It's just like, I may not show you that I'm hilarious right off the bat and that I'm funny. I might just like talk to you regularly, and we'll have a good, because I like to talk anyway. So if it's a one-on-one or like something intimate like that, so it's like we gonna have like good conversation nonetheless, but it may not be like it might be more tame and structured and like
because you don't want you don't want nobody to play with you.
No,
I'd
rather not.
Yeah, see, you don't want nobody to play with you.
But the thing is too, though, it's like I'm like,
you're playful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm nothing but jokes, 90%. But it's like, you got to know, like, I guess it's like,
go ahead.
It's like I need boundaries set first, you know.
Yeah.
Then once the boundaries are established, then
you have a vetting process. That's what it is. You have a vetting process. You're like, because you're kind of like gauging, like, okay, let me see how much this person can really take. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because even I've seen it. Like, I seen you be like the regular, then I see you like throw something out there.
But you know,
it was fun. But you a sick man.
I'm gonna say it's kind of because I know myself at the same time, and like
that's very manipulative. But that's your way.
But it's like I joke, and I know how I joke and stuff. I find like
yes, you do.
I find humor, and I can pull humor out of a lot.
A lot. Yeah, you can.
Which again, that may be a response to something else. You know, sometimes you just gotta laugh, find something to laugh about. Can't just, you know.
Yes, sir.
So. Because, you know, we've been at dinners before, and you say something, and I'm the only person that laugh, and everybody else is looking around.
Like what? Yeah. But I also understood what that was going to do, so you're not alone. You're not alone.
But I say this is a certain type of humor I have. Because I that's what I'm saying. It's like, but it's like, I guess, too, it's kind of like, I've seen, like, where that got me. Just being like just goofy and silly and just like the need to kind of balance. But like I say, I struggle with balance. So instead of just going a little bit, I went all the way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But like I say though, but it's easier to transition from that side
to the other side. Yeah.
Rather than starting off the other way.
It didn't. Now you're like chasing this structure that you'll probably never get because nobody really take you seriously.
Yeah. But then I don't know though, because like I see people,
but that go into like first impressions and everything too. So like like you said, setting the tone. So,
but yeah, that's what I said. It's like if you come off that way, it's never gonna be taken the wrong way because that's just decorum and
that's how you came into this.
Yeah, and that's just proper etiquette. Period. But rather if you come in joking, everybody may not understand your humor. It might come off the wrong way. And
you got my wheels turning now. Cause you a person, right? You like knowing the rules of the game. If you're playing a game, you like to know the rules of the game. I know you helped me put my couch together. You want to see the instructions with the pictures. So that's what you do when you talking to these new people. Like, okay, we about to set the rules. Let's get the rules of the game understood now. Then once we both understand the rules that we playing by, then we play.
Yeah,
I think that's what you do. Dang, that's crazy. That's like everywhere in your life, though. You're gonna read everything. You're gonna look at all the pictures. You're gonna call 3 people that's done it before. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna jump in with all your energy.
But like I say, I've lived on the other spectrum where it's just pure chaos and just random and no structure.
Yeah, and that hasn't been successful, right?
I mean, I could have benefited from structure, and you look back and you're like, wow, I could have been doing all this, but I was too busy I
was just playing around. Yeah.
That's what I say. That's the thing. It's like, I don't know. I just always struggle with balance because it's like, even with that, it's like I can have a routine and do this every day, or it can be I wake up and I just know I got to go to work. Then after that, this whatever.
You just freestyle the whole day.
That's when you start living, when you just got a change of clothes in your car because you just don't know.
You just don't know. You just know
the only thing you gotta do is be to work the next day.
That's
but
true.
After that, it's whatever.
That's true. A lot of people live like that. I've lived like that before.
Me too. And then when I say, then you look up and you be like, I spent that much.
Yeah,
like, I mean, it was a cool time, but dang.
Yeah. Dang.
That's what I'm saying. Like the balance, man.
It just see that world, man. And it's funny that you say that. Because I'm on the opposite end. Like, I've been trying to think of ways to put more structure in my life. Like, I mean, and to be honest, like, I have a very good grip on the core things in my day to day. Like, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to get something to eat. I'm going to, like, wash clothes, brush my teeth and stuff like that. But the other little things, like the vices, like the drinking, like I have a beer on a weekday. I probably had 2 or 3 to be honest. You know what I mean? But I know like if I don't do that, I'll probably feel better and things like that. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. But like I feel like I worked a hard day. Let me reward myself. You know what I'm saying? I guess I reward myself more instantly than just putting it off.
But see, that's the thing too. It's like if I start rewarding myself for taking a step, then I'm gonna reward myself.
Okay,
and that's what I'm saying. It's like everything in my life comes out to trying to balance it, and
because you know you can go overboard with it.
I'm a creature of habit, so whatever I start doing,
what you gonna do?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
like I say, and that can be used in a productive manner or not productive manner. You know, whichever. And the funny thing is, sometimes I'm okay with either one.
Bro, yes, bro.
But it's like thinking, getting older, and it's like, okay, I've lived that way and had good times and stuff, but it's like you got to start to balance, like
you do.
And then I'm saying, like, when you go back and you just look and see, like, because I'm a money man, to be honest with you, so I look at it and it's like, I spent this much doing. I was like, I had a good time, but come on, like, if you would have just tried to balance, like, I done lived a life where I'm not bringing lunch to work and I'm eating out because I'm not cooking. I might cook once every 2 to 3 weeks. Man. And then, like I say, you look back at things
like that.
I mean, it was a good time, but come on, like
Yeah,
if you would have just made one little tweak.
You could have locked it down for just
at least bring your lunch to work, something. But then on the other, now I'm on the other spectrum where it's like bring a lunch every day. Weekdays, I'm not eating out unless it's like a special occasion or somebody want to, it got to be. It ain't just me.
You got to be an occasion. Yeah.
See, it's all about balance, man. And it's like
I gotta find it.
And now it's like I feel like I've got a very healthy, productive routine, but it's to the point now where it's like I need to have more fun and enjoy myself a little bit more.
Okay.
I think that's the point where I'm at. But it's like I'm saying though, it's like I know myself.
Yeah.
So it's like I can't I can enjoy myself
but you can't let yourself
but I can't enjoy because at that point I'm hitting you up every day, Jew.
Yeah.
What's the move?
Yeah.
We outside.
Yeah.
After work, where you trying to go?
And then you see, in my pop is, I'm gonna say I'm
gonna say then I'll start. I got you, bro. Just come, come. I'm pulling up on you. I'm outside.
Oh man, and I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna get in. Next thing you know, that's true. You look up, we done been drunk Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then the weekend here. Then there you go. You know what I mean?
And it's just like.
That's crazy, man, because
and then when I say I'm a creature of habit though, so that's that following Monday. Hey, you trying to go back there or to the and then that's just my Monday spot now. Then that's my Tuesday spot. Then that's where we gonna go. And then it's that's where I'm in.
That's
like I say, I'm a creature of habit.
That's true.
It can be bad. It can be good.
It can be good.
And not to say that that's necessarily bad, but it's just like whatever I get into the routine of doing.
That's just what you gonna
and it don't take that many times for me to get into
like you go there like once or twice and like this is where I'm going.
I enjoy myself that one Monday. I was like, oh bro, this is the Monday spot. I don't know if you come in, but I'm
gonna be there. Yeah. If you're looking for me, you know I'm gonna be at. Dang, that's crazy, man. That's crazy because this week, I had missed like working out the last week and a half with like job stuff and all that good stuff. I was like, man, I got to go back. Cause like you said, creature of habit. Like I feel victim to mine. You know what I'm saying? Like I started coming home, not working out, and it felt good, but it was the bittersweet good. I was like, man, this is like, it was like drugs good. Like, man, this feels good, and I want to do it again, but I can't continue this because it's gonna get out of control.
And that's when y'all be talking about I'm self-disciplined. I'm like, I'm just a creature of habit. Like whatever I start doing, and if I like it, I'm just gonna keep doing it. And it's like, because working out, I mean, I like the results, but it's just a part of my routine. And like, especially eating healthy. Like, I found some stuff that's cool, but it's like that's just what I do on the weekdays, and that's just my routine. So that's just what I do. Because I always tell y'all, I can't sit down when I like if I was like, because I think that was Monday because I got home later than usual and I sat down.
Oh yeah,
and it took literally everything in me to go to the I literally had to come home, change and go because if I sit down, it's over.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's the same for me because Monday, well, we was back home over the weekend and I know I came home later than you on Sunday night. I didn't get in until like 2-3 in the morning. I was like, okay, I know Monday, like that's just a recovery day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Went to sleep that day. Tuesday, I was like, okay, I gotta go work out. If I don't go work out, this is gonna snowball. And like you said, I just came home, didn't even think about it. Got dressed, went, boom, and had a productive week. But yeah, man, that's funny. It's actually funny you say that because you talking about like self-reflection, intrinsic look. I've been kind of thinking about the same thing, and I was thinking about the weekend, like everything we did this weekend. I went to Crawfish Boil, and then we had another Crawfish Boil. Then my grandmother's birthday, and it was kind of nice, man. She turned like 87. We did like a little, a little drive-by parade, and we did that. And after that, everybody gathered up at her house. And we just started kicking it like we usually do. You know how I go at my grandma's house, and then like it just started getting, with her getting so urban age, you know, like I kind of got a little scared because I was like, man, like how many more birthdays is grandma gonna have? You know, it's not like the popular thought, but you gonna have it.
I'm starting to get to that age where I'm asking questions where it was like you kind of took it as a given that people was just gonna be in your life. You was just so accustomed to it, but now it's like people don't last forever. And then especially when you start to see like people passing that's like younger than your relatives and they older than them and be like, dang, I could have lost them at that point. And it's like, yeah, man. I think that's like the thing that's like I just think about a lot now that I'm getting older. Like,
and then see, it made me think it's like, okay, that's grandma. I have a grandmother. You have a grandmother. Everybody, if you're born, you pretty much have a grandmother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I start to think about like all the things that she did for the family. It's like, are we gonna be able to preserve that? You know what I'm saying? Like, does that get lost or like? And then it started just make me think of like all the traditions that we had growing up. I don't know if you had a lot of them, but we did. Like Easter was one of our main holidays. Like on Easter, Friday we eat fried fish or crawfish. It was either one of those two. And Sunday we went to Easter. We went to church. Did like an Easter egg hunt and stuff like that. Came back to grandma's house. That's where everybody was. Watch basketball, play the game, you know. And just seeing all my family out there, it just started putting me in that mentality of like, I don't know, like where do we find a place for these things like in our day and age now? Like
with traditions.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're losing family traditions in your family?
I want to say yes, but no. In my family, we don't really have like traditions. Like I didn't realize this until I started hearing other people talk about like the traditions they have like around Christmas and stuff. And when I started hearing that kind of stuff, I'm like, oh, I thought that was just like some movie stuff because we don't do anything special on Christmas Eve. I mean, on Christmas, we just open up gifts and then we normally go to my grandmother's house and hang out there. I mean, granted, we don't do that anymore. We kind of just moved it to our house, my parents' house.
Okay.
And it was the same thing for Thanksgiving too. We didn't have like no real like
no
just all got together and ate. You knew you was gonna go to our grandmother's house and eat. But then, like I said, these last few years, we did like Thanksgiving at different relatives' houses. And then like we ended up just doing like now it's kind of like a thing where it's like people kind of go to my grandmother's house, but we really all come to my parents' house. But my grandmother might cook something, but my mom gonna cook most of it. Okay. So it's like we don't really have like traditions like.
Well, I don't want to say that that's cap because it's your family, but I want to say that like that is your tradition. Like I think a tradition is what you make it. You know what I mean? Like our tradition, like even it sounds minuscule because everybody like goes to their grandmother's house or everybody goes to a relative's house and eat on Thanksgiving.
But the fellowship is the tradition.
But the fellowship, we got the article. It's the 4 B's. 1 second. The 4 B's. It says traditions are important as they help us achieve the 4 B's: being, belonging, believing, and benevolence. Right. And I'm gonna just go through the B's and we can react. Okay. You go to the first B. Being. Our sense of inner peace and self-acceptance of our strengths and weaknesses and feeling grounded in our core identity. Your core identity is you like to eat. You know what I'm saying? At Thanksgiving, you get to express that as much as you want because that's my
favorite holiday.
Yeah, it's your favorite holiday. You know what I mean? Or like something integral to your family. Like I know my family, this is so, I don't know, it ain't sad, but we drink, you know what I mean? Like that's what we do. We get together, we play dominoes and spades. Like we get together, and it like I'm not the best spades player, you know what I'm saying? There's a weakness, but I'm a good dominoes player. There's a strength, but it's that sense of being because we're all doing it together. Yeah. And I know this is a shared I don't know, something that we all like to do. You
Shared
know,
experience,
like a shared experience. Like, and after you do it so long, it's like, dude, that's just what we do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, think about when you were like 2 or 3 and you went to your grandma's house. You're like, man, this is kind of new. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at all these people. But then by the time you was like 4 or 5, you're like, so we going to grandma's house.
Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah, that's when we get together and play and.
You gonna see this cousin there, yeah. So
if you hadn't seen in a while,
I don't know, man. That's the first B. The second B, and I like this one, is belonging. Our sense of comfort from being part of a group of people, such as a family or a team, that share our values and provide support, respect, and friendship. Yeah, and I think it's interesting that they put in the definition, it says as a family or team, right? So like our traditions, like we have a lot of societal traditions that we do that's not even within our family. Like you've been part of teams, I've been part of teams. Like we've had traditions where like, I don't know, you know, well I know defense in the shower was one of the things that like we did in high school. We all went in the shower. That's what we got like. Our game plan, we huddled up over there, like dressed in uniform. I'm sorry, in uniform.
Man, that's wild.
In uniform. I don't know why. I think our coach just felt like when we was in there, nobody can like listen in on the game plan. I think that was his own little, you know, superstition, or like layup lines and stuff like that. Those are traditional things that like, I don't know. It passes down the norms of whatever you're doing to the next person. So like. There might be a freshman or a new person in the family. Like you show them, hey, this is what we do. You know what I mean?
These are the traditions. Because you know, I never thought like, even though,
sorry, that's a little long.
It doesn't seem like we have holiday traditions. What we do is the tradition because we do that every year. So that is the tradition.
Exactly.
And yeah.
This is another good. That's another B. There's 2 more B's. Believing. I need to believe in a system of moral principles and ethical behavior, be that religious or secular. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, this is something we believe in, like church or anything like that. You know what I mean? That's what I got from that.
Yeah, okay.
And the last B is benevolence. Our predisposition to be helpful to others in need, to enhance the lives of others in our group of people or even strangers. That's like us, our friendship group. One of our traditions was we went to my house, you know what I'm saying, before we went to the basketball game or after the basketball game, we played the game. Like, but it's kind of like at the same time we were all sitting in that room, we were all every day comparing notes on life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like,
that's the perfect way to describe it.
You know what I mean? You had your own little day at school. Even though we might have had 3 classes together, but you had your own day at school. You had your own version of practice. I had my own version of football practice. My the list goes on and on. Then when we come in that room, you know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, like, okay, let me hear what Ed got to say. And like they say in the definition, you enhance my life. You know what I mean? Like, dang, that dude Ed did that. But we would only have that platform in that arena to do so in the room.
Yeah.
And if like you said, it kind of became a tradition. That's just something we did. Like,
yeah.
Like I think we mentioned it in the last episode. You know what I'm saying? It got to a point where like you didn't even have to ask where we was going after school. We headed to, and that's one of our traditions. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel the same? Is that too far fetched?
No, I'm with you. Because normally when I think your tradition, I just instantly think what you do around the holidays. I don't think about how like tradition can play into your everyday life in different aspects, like you said, when it comes to religion and values and things of that nature. But yeah, that is interesting because I know like, well, let me ask you this. Are there like traditions you want to implement when you have a family?
Yes. I want to bring back, I definitely want to do Sunday dinners with my family. Like, I know it's kind of cliche. Some people might call it cheesy, but like that was something my family, we had like Sunday dinners, but it was like sparse. Like it was like You get your plate and go sit on the couch.
Yeah.
Or somebody get their plate. It's Sunday dinner. We eating, but we not at the table. Like, we don't got to do daily dinners because I know, like,
different schedules.
Yeah, different. Life get crazy, but Sunday, like, come on, man. Like, let's sit down and just say, hey, what you got planned for the week? Like, at least.
Yeah, because that was the interesting thing. Like, my family, like, you know, we were all there in the house together, but it was like everybody had kind of like a different schedule. Or even when we were younger, it would, you know, we would be there, but my dad would just work different hours, or he had like some type of side jobs going. So it was like, I can't recall a time where it was literally just my family sitting at the table saying, hey, pass the mashed potato.
Yeah.
Now, there's been a lot of times where my mom, I'm going to be like, the food done, and we all go eat.
We all just go, that's how
some
it is.
people eating in the living room, some people eating in the kitchen, and we might be talking the whole time, but
you over there, I'm over here.
Yeah.
But it'd be a general conversation going.
Yeah. It may just be like not too much, more eating than conversation. But that's how it was in my home.
It's funny, man, because my mama say, like, and you talk to a lot of older black people, like, in their family, that was something that they really did. Like, they really used to, like, my mama said they really used to sit down at the table on Sundays. Yeah. And, like, eat and talk and stuff
that
like
would
that.
be a cool thing to do. At least on Sundays.
At least on Sunday, bro. Like,
most people kind of have that day off, or at least during the day they don't have any, you know.
And I mean, because in my house, I would like Sunday to be the wind down time. Like, decompress during the day. But around 4 or 5 o'clock, we about to start getting ready for the next day, winding down. You know what I mean? Might catch the game or something. You know, it'd be a nice little.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. Just sitting down at least once a week, talk to everybody, slow the pace down a little bit. That would actually be really cool.
No, I think that'd be good. What about you? Is that something you want to do, or do you got any other?
Well, I didn't think about that one, but I want to do that one now. But no, I would like to implement like more
Go ahead.
holiday stuff around Christmas. Like nothing that's intense or corny, but like maybe do something like, you always know one night in December we're gonna go ride around and look at Christmas lights, or
right,
just something like that where it's like small, but it ain't like, because a lot of stuff be like, to me, be like kind of cheesy and like
kind of just like,
it's pretty corny, like just like it's doing the most. But like I like to do like some cool traditions, like maybe like we do that, then on Christmas Eve we like we spend that night to like, not, you know, spend that night, like maybe have like a game night every Christmas Eve, or something like that's fun, and we all get together and just
have a good time.
Something, something like that.
I want to do I don't know. I just like this. I've been trying to do this in my personal life for like the last 3 years. I want us to carve pumpkins for Halloween. I think that's cool, but make it like an event out of it. That's when we, like you said, make like a game night out of it. Like, we carve out pumpkins, you know, have some adult beverages, you know what I'm saying? Kind of get loose a little bit. Then everybody put their different design. Then we just stack them up outside, put the candles in. I think that'd be cool. But
something like that.
But it kind of goes back to you, like, these things that we're talking about, just traditions or whatever. It kind of go back to what you were saying earlier in the podcast about being a creature of habit. Like, that's your tradition. Like, whether, you know, some people, whether you think it's like super big or not, that's your tradition. Like you said you do your things, and you got to do that to stay disciplined and stuff like that. I think that kind of implements that. It's funny because there was another article I was reading. I let people know I read the little quote right here. It's from Frank Sonnenberg. He say, traditions represent a critical piece of our culture. They help form the structure and foundation of our families and our society. They remind us that we are part of a history that defines our past, shapes who we are today, and who we are likely to become. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So these things kind of like, it's kind of like an homage, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a cycle, you know what I mean? Like, we've done what we done for my grandma so much that when her time does come, we'll keep it going because you'll be like, man, that's what we supposed to do. And then our kids will do the same for us and their kids, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. I was thinking about that because Easter just passed and everybody had their different things that they get into, you know. I don't know. I mean, we do the crawfish and stuff in the Easter egg hunts and stuff like that. So that was just on my mind too when I was shopping back. So, yeah. Did you have anything else for the people, man?
No, I think that's about it for me. It was nice to be back.
Oh man, let's talk about being back, bro. How you feel, man? Did you feel when we didn't record? Let's let the people know because I definitely felt like I let some people down.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Because I had people text me. And I was like, "Oh, we're the podcast."
Yeah, me too.
I was like, "No, it didn't happen."
Yeah.
But yeah,
I just want to let everybody know that's listening. Like, you know, we try to make a concerted effort to keep this thing on schedule. So when the drop day comes, which is Mondays, it's right there for you, so you can consume it on whatever platform you consume it on. You know what I'm saying? I know it's just one, but we take this very seriously because, like, I don't know, I think that we're both pretty perfectionists when it comes to things like this. And like you said, the theme of the episode being a creature of habit, discipline, tradition. Like, you know what I'm saying? This kind of has become our own little tradition.
Yeah, I expect to do this once a week.
Yeah. It's like I wake, like Monday come, I'm like, oh man, I listen to whatever the new episode is, start getting ready for whatever we're gonna do for the weekend.
Yeah.
And this kind of helps us, you know, and it gives us our little time to decompress and share with y'all and things like that. Yeah. And hopefully y'all rocking with us. So.
I do think one widespread tradition in the Black community though is barbecuing. Like for holidays.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because that is something like my dad, MLK, heck, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Halloween. If we was off President's Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July.
Yeah. I feel like the one day holidays are like barbecue.
Yeah. That for some reason that just means barbecue.
Yeah, it just be like because Christmas got its own menu.
Yeah, and Thanksgiving
got its own menu. Easter kind of got its own menu.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know, well, we from Southeast Texas, so you probably go do some seafood oriented,
or at least that Good Friday.
That Good Friday.
Yeah, that is your seafood.
That's your seafood day. Yeah. But like the July 4th and the MLK, the Labor Day, the Memorial, we barbecue it.
Yeah,
it's just understood.
And then it, like growing up in it got to the point where it was like I was just burnt out from barbecue because I would have it so many times. But now it's like the funny thing is when I went back home, my dad was like, "Was this something that you want?" I was like, "Man, I need some barbecue." Like
because how that make you feel, Ed?
Oh yeah, and plus I hadn't had barbecue in a while. Okay. I just wanted some. Yeah,
he just hungry.
But I don't really have that connection where some food make me think of home.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's that. Excuse me, but it's also like the act of it. Mm-hmm. Like when I was back home, and like we had to burn us out, and the crawfish and the purging in the cooler, and we setting up tables, and Daddy got his Earth, Wind and Fire on the speaker, and there's like there's a pack of dominoes on the table. It's like those images make me tap into like, man, this is who I am. Like this is what I was brought up on. Yeah. When we do this, I feel like I'm being the most me that I can be. Yeah. And I know right now out here in Dallas, you know, I don't get that as much because, you know, I really just don't got no open space. Like, if I had an open patch of grass, I'd be doing it because I want to bring myself to the people out here. So that's what I would do. You know, somebody might ask, why you want to barbecue so bad? Why, you know, like, because that's a tradition that I have back home. And I want to show y'all me. This is me showing y'all who I am through one of my traditions. Yeah. Barbecuing. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So.
And it is interesting. Like, everyone has their own different sets of traditions. When it comes to holidays and, heck, birthdays, just any type of thing, people have their own unique traditions.
Yeah, real talk.
Do you think y'all have like a unique tradition in y'all family that's like
a unique tradition? Oh, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think a unique tradition that we do.
Like y'all had the annual plat sack race or something.
Well, we used to do my family owned their club DJs. Mm-hmm. So the anniversary for DJs, the anniversary when it opened, we usually do like a big party and everything like that. Okay. And that's that was like a traditional thing for us. So we'd go from grandma's house to the club. So we'd probably be partying all day. Mm-hmm. I think that was it. That's probably like our most unique that I remember. Oh, well, we used to do like family reunions. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to go to Louisiana all the time, you know what I'm saying, for our family reunion. Or we at least take a trip out there to see our other family in Louisiana. Mm-hmm. That was like a tradition in the summer. Like we did that like once a summer. Mm-hmm. Like you knew that was happening. Like sometimes it was fun, sometimes it was boring, but it was just like we gotta go. So what about you? What y'all got?
That's unique.
They got that 5-on-5 game. Shirts versus skins.
No, I don't think we have like a unique tradition like that. I'm trying to think. Something that we do every year. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't think we do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but I think there's a lot of like things that we don't notice that we even do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
And a lot of these traditions are implemented through like norms. I think norms are the mechanisms in which that they're implemented. Mm-hmm. So like a tradition might be a tradition. Well, one that we was talking about earlier is like pledging to the flag when we was in school. That was a tradition, whether we wanted to acknowledge it or not. But the norm under that tradition was courtesy and decorum and patriotism. You know what I'm saying? Those were the norms that America say that we should have, or they try to, influence or, implement. Yeah. And that comes out in that. That's like the building blocks. The building blocks of tradition is norms. That's what I would say.
Societal norms.
Yeah, societal norms, which we have a lot. That's we have a lot.
Ergo, because holidays are traditions. Mm-hmm, opening gifts are traditions.
That's true.
The type of food you eat on Thanksgiving, Christmas, that's traditions. Because a lot of people don't even want that type of food, but that's what you have on those days.
I just thought about it. You know what our unique tradition is? Because everybody don't eat this. Chitlins on New Year's.
Oh yeah, in the black culture.
Yeah, black culture. Like that's what
with the cabbage and the black peas. Yep, that's a tradition.
Yeah, that's a tradition. Like I know that's like, other cultures don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I know
my mom. She might be relaxed on like the chitlins, but like green bean, the black eyed peas and the cabbage. That's gonna happen.
Don't it mean something? Black eyed peas like for luck. Cabbage is for like money.
It's supposed to be something about good luck.
Okay.
Good fortune, something. It's supposed to bring good stuff into your life.
Or what about when they say the first person through the door is supposed to be a man after it hits the first of the year, after New Year? Like,
see, we don't subscribe to that, but I have heard something like that.
Yeah, like
before.
It got some deep traditions like that happen. Like, you know what I mean? That's a tradition. Like, shoot. And you want to talk about tradition in the black culture, that's a whole nother episode, because we got so many things that we do as a collective that we don't even realize. Like, you know what I mean? Like church and
church every Sunday.
Yeah, church every Sunday.
No, church on Easter.
Oh, church on Easter.
And Mother's Day.
Oh yeah.
Church on Mother's Day. Yeah, that's people that don't even go to church go on Mother's Day.
Yeah, but I say you gonna take your mama to church. Sure. I went to church. I be going, but like Mother's Day is like for sure. Like
that's one that's I think unique to the black culture.
Okay, things with cultural impact. Remember the BET Awards used to be a tradition.
Yeah,
it's like
gotta watch.
Well, people used to go to people's house to watch the BET Awards.
Or a tradition too could be like what we do at barbecues, like as far as spades, dominoes,
you know what I'm saying?
Or just family gatherings, those are the traditional games played in the black household.
Pity pat every now and then. Uno, you know what I'm saying? We just starting to, you know what I'm saying?
That might be the younger folks.
Yeah.
But spades and dominoes.
Oh yeah, that's a given. Like
Yeah.
Like, you don't even, like, if you're a stranger in the party, like, man, where the dominoes at?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, man, here they go. You know what I mean?
Like that's something, you gotta have.
Yeah, exactly, man. No, man, it just get deep like that. And I don't know, I guess I'll just, like, tell everybody, like, just think about some traditions that you have. And it also kind of goes back to identity. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of one of the things that we've been talking about this whole episode.
Yeah.
Is identity. The things that make you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've heard what makes you, Ed. We've heard what makes me. You know what I mean? And a lot of things are like done habitually. You know what I'm saying? Like that becomes your characteristics, the things you do over and over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is basically what a tradition is.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what makes it a tradition is when it's passed down. And Lord willing, if I have kids or you have kids, hopefully the habits that we set forth now, they'll be able to take with them and be productive members of society too. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But yeah, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us. We appreciate everybody listening. We back. Sorry we left y'all hanging. We ain't gonna do that no more.
That'll never happen again.
Never happen again. Hey man, we got y'all. Okay, episode 11.
Remember to do all the things on all the things.
Come on now. Hey, thanks for rocking with us. We just want to say thank y'all. We grateful, man. We out, bro.